Hi, I'm Liv, and today I thought I would do a Kindle Limited based video. So you may realise I'm back in my flat. We are back in the flat. Oh, the flat.
The what?
Loads of like decor happening. We're still decorating. This week is going to be just completely solely Kindle Limited, not just Kindle reads, Kindle Limited specifically. Let's have a look at what I've got. I have got a couple in mind that I really want to read. Like I really am desperate to read that are Kindle Limited. So the ones I've got right now that I'm like, oh my god, I want to read are, I've got the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which is by Laurie Gilmore. That's meant to be like a really cozy autumnal read, and it's not quite autumn outside, but at night it feels so autumny and it's really cold. I've also got One by One by Freida McFadden, which is a thriller where they're out, they've been stranded, and one by one people in their team start like disappearing and being killed. We've got The Front Runner by Elsie Silver, Royal Valentine, which I'm probably going to listen to on Kindle Limited, No Exit, His and Hers by Alice Feeney, Swift and Saddled. I really want to get that read this month. I'll probably read that this week for Kindle Limited, definitely, because I really want to read that. I wanted to read it last month actually, but I just didn't get around to reading it. So this book is, I've not done this in a while, 308 pages, and this one is the second book in the Blue Maple Hill, is it the Maple Hill Ranch? Oh, Rebel Blue Ranch. It's book 2 out of 4, and I'm really excited to read this. This one is about Ada, and I think is it Gus or Wes? Back and forth. It's dual perspective, cowboy themed. Speaking of cowboy themed, I'm looking at getting a cowboy themed phone case and AirPods case from Skinny Dip. On Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. This is how it looks. It's very cartoony. It's really cute, but I'm gonna start that today, I think, and give it a go. Our main character Ada looks like she's got tattoos, like a big tattoo sleeve, so that's already interesting me, because I thought she's going to be like a spicy character. Truth Lie, which I was reading, Locked Door by Freida McFadden, The Sacrifice by Chantal Tessier. Loads and loads of stuff on Kindle Limited, but first of all we're going to start with Swift and Saddled and see how far I can get into this today. So I'm at page 101 right now, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So yesterday I went to a field near my flat, and me and Sam read our books for a bit, and then yesterday night I read a big chunk, so I'm really enjoying it right now. Wes is like a character I've never read before. He's so sweet, and he's got this like mindset of like, he's not going to push Ada into being in a relationship or anything. He's very much like excited to talk to her, and he very much wants to be with her and wants to get to know her, but she is very much like, no, you're my boss, we're not doing this. It's refreshing to see a guy who's like, I'm not going to push you too far, it's your choice. And she's even taken aback by the way he's so like leaving her to her own stuff. I'm liking how we're seeing more of Amos. If you don't know who Amos is the dad of Wes and Emmy and all the main characters in this series. I like his character so much. He's such a refreshing character, definitely very similar to the dad in Chestnut Springs series. You okay?
Yes, did I bring my shoes in from that box, or are they still in there?
They're in here.
Excellent.
You're welcome.
What are we filming?
We're talking about, well, we're filming Kindle Unlimited reads for a week.
Oh, okay.
Talking about Swift and Saddled. It's basically really good right now, and I'm very much enjoying it. Definitely feeling the same vibes as I felt when I read Done and Dusted. The vibes are immaculate. Overall, I'm just really enjoying this book so far. I think it's a very good book. Very much pleased that I'm reading this first. It's been a couple of days and I have been reading the book still. I'm at page 200-ish, 210. I'm at chapter 23 and I am enjoying it. Wes is definitely a character that is so unlike other characters I've read before. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Ford, definitely a golden retriever, but he definitely is very worried about like overstepping and like pushing girls too far and stuff. So he's very much like, the ball's in your court, Ada. If like you want me, just let me know, and then of course we'll go for it. But if not, I'm not going to pursue you and make you uncomfortable, which is just so sweet. I also am liking the fact that both Ada and West have their own things that they deal with. They've got their own secrets and their own personal issues in life that they have to deal with. I just think that makes them more real characters, if that makes sense. I feel like that it just makes them feel more fleshed out and more real. So I like that. I'm liking the spice right now. The spice is there. We're at chapter, we're at like percentage, like 65% through the book or something. 70% through the book, and I think it's flowing very nicely. Once again, I remember now how well Lila Sage writes romances. I really love her writing style. I remember Done and Dusted, I just adored. 308 pages in total, so I'm probably going to read a big chunk tonight and probably get it finished so we start the next book. But I am just, honestly, I'm loving it so much and I'm really enjoying it. I have just finished reading Swift and Saddled today. I have finished Swift and Saddled and it was good. I really enjoyed it. I would rate it a solid 4.5 and I really had fun reading it. I felt like the romance didn't hit as hard as the first one. There was a lot less spice scenes compared to Done and Dusted, which I adored. However, I feel like what saved it was the fact that the book had so much about the family. By the family, I mean the riders. So that is West, Amos, Emmy, Gus, all that lot, which I liked. Also felt though that we kind of skimmed the surface on Ada's family life and also Ada's past marriage, which I don't think was really, there was no in-depth talk about that. It was kind of just like, yeah, Ada's been married before, moving on. And however, I did enjoy, as I said, the family aspect. I loved seeing more of Amos. Every time we see more of Amos, I just get more and more happy because he's one of my favourite characters ever. He's such a good character. He reminds me of the dad in Chestnut Springs. Yes, I liked that. I also enjoyed how much we saw of Riley, who is Gus's daughter. The more of the introduction into Cammy, she was a great character and there's definitely going to be a book about her based on what happened in this book. I loved the talk about depression. There is a section where the discussion of depression is discussed, the topic of depression is discussed. So the positive talk of medication being used for mental health, I loved. There's so many books I've read in which the main characters talk about mental health and the fact that they're not on medication, they don't ever want to be on medication. This book, we had one of our characters admit that they are taking antidepressants and are taking medication in general for their mental health and how much they feel better because of it and how much they've improved. It was refreshing to see that somebody is talking about medication in a positive way. The writing style was great. I really enjoyed it. I did love how we had this guy who was just every green flag ever. He was the type of guy who really just like let you do what you want to do. So one of the first interactions we had in the first like 2 chapters was he kind of hit on Ada and Ada was like, okay, and then he kind of left her to it because he knew she was busy doing work on her iPad and he was like, if you get a chance and you want to talk to me, I'll be at the bar, but if not, it's okay. That was so refreshing to see a guy do in books. Like I don't think I've read about that, like if I have, I can't remember right now, but I don't remember reading about a guy who was so like the ball's in your court kind of person. The next book I'm going to start, I don't know, I'm looking around. The next book I've started on my iPad and that is One by One by Frida McFadden. All these books, as I said, are on Kindle Unlimited and this book is about just under 300 pages, I think. I am enjoying it right now. This one is a thriller and Frida McFadden books always go really fast. So this one, we've got our married couple who are in a really bad relationship. They don't like each other anymore. They're staying together solely because they've got kids and they go on this couples retreat with 2 other couples who are their friends. And one of them goes missing, and one by one something in the woods is getting rid of them, and they don't know what it is, who it is, if it's a thing or if it's a person or if it's an animal, and they are like terrified. I just thought it would be quite a good one. I wanted a good thriller, and that sounds like a proper like horror film type thriller, so I'm very happy with the choice that I've made. I have been reading for a little bit now, not loads, but I did sit and read a bit. I kind of feel like updating you a little bit on where we're up to really. So as I said, I am reading One by One by Freida McFadden, and this is the book. This is what it looks like. This obviously, I keep going to say this is on Kindle Unlimited, but everything in this video is on Kindle Unlimited, and so far I'm enjoying it. I'm at chapter 10, which is page 87. We are at 28% of this book, and we're so far in a good place, I'd say. I feel like the pacing's really good. We found out about our main character Claire, and we had a point of view from the anonymous person, so don't know who that is. It's kind of seen the dynamics in this group and the flaws in the friendship group, and who's friends, who's not really friends, who's kind of just there because they are in a relationship with somebody. I say that every character is flawed, and I like that in a way. I feel like with thrillers, it's good when the characters are flawed, because then you're like on the fence on like who you can trust, and I just love that like indecisiveness of myself, just being like unsure of my own choices on who I trust and who I don't. I finished the book. My head's crazy because I've just had a shower and I just fake tanned, so my neck is a different colour to everything else. A shower, and my hair, I haven't styled it or anything, and when it's not styled or anything, it's so thick and so big. I have such like thick hair, so I'm gonna style it later. I'm going out for a meal tonight, so that's why I'm looking like this. I finished the book. I finished One by One by Freida McFadden. I haven't got it on my Kindle anymore. I literally got rid of the book as soon as I read it, because that's just what I'm used to. Enjoyed it. I did end up giving it a 4 star. Really enjoyed it. It's not my favourite Freida McFadden book, but it definitely didn't feel like a Freida McFadden book, which I actually found enjoyable. Like, not that I don't, okay, that sounded weird. I'm not saying I don't enjoy Freida McFadden books. I love Freida McFadden books, but I feel like I'm at a point where I kind of can predict what's gonna happen, because I read so many of her books. I've read the entire Housemaid series, I've read The Inmate, Ward D, The Never Lie. I love her writing, I think it's great, but this one, I don't know what it was about it. I just felt like it really blindsided me. The whole format of it didn't feel like Freida's writing. I enjoyed it, it was really refreshing. So this one, we had these friends, 6 people, who end up they're going on a trip to this like cabin, and on the way the car breaks down and they end up having to walk to the cabin, and on the way things are not adding up. They keep getting lost, the map doesn't seem quite right that one of them brought a and it seems to be pointing in weird directions, and it's like, is it someone in the group that's messing with everybody, or is it someone watching them? One by one they start getting picked off. We had our main character Claire, as I said. She was constantly worried about her kids and constantly worrying about like what are they going to do if their mum doesn't come home. There was a very much this feeling throughout, this tenseness that you constantly felt like, what the hell's happening? And we were as much in the dark as they were. We really didn't know anything. We also kept getting a point of view from an anonymous person, and we didn't know who they were, and we were getting like the backstory of who they were and their childhood and everything, and it was really good. I kind of, in a way, feel like it could have been a higher star rating if the book was longer. The reason I think that is because this book was 298 pages or 294 pages, and because of that the ending was a tad rushed. Like, the big plot twist and the resolve of the plot twist happened in the space of 15 pages, and I just felt that was really underwhelming. I did enjoy it, and I still found a lot of enjoyment from the book, but I felt like the tension that had been created and the amount of tenseness and the vibes, the atmosphere had been created so well that I kind of wish there was another 100 pages. I wish the resolve had been a bit better. It just had a little bit weak, the ending, but because of everything else in the book, I gave it a 4. I thought all the characters were very flawed, but interesting, and you wanted to know more about them, and you wanted to know why is everyone disappearing. Next, I'm looking through my Kindle Unlimited now to see if there's anything here that really is standing out to me. I don't know if I fancy another thriller. I kind of feel like a thriller would be really fun. There's a woman who is murdered, and Anna Andrews is reluctant to cover the case, and Anna's ex-husband DCI Jack Harper is suspicious of her involvement until he becomes a suspect in his own murder investigation. Oh my god, no, I've just skipped to the ending. Oh my god, that was so close. I nearly like ruined the ending there because it said something, I killed them, and I was like, I will look anywhere else on the page other than who said this because I don't want to ruin this book. I think I'm going to stick with this book. This book, as I said, is called His and Hers by Alice Feeney. I am a couple pages into His and Hers by Alice Feeney. I'm at page 4, and a lot of it is very poetic. Like, I don't know how to explain. Well, I'll read you the one that I've just highlighted. So I've highlighted a little phrase that she put in this book. So one of the phrases she put in was, "We rarely deserve the lives we lead. We pay for them however we can, be it with money, guilt, or regret." And like, that's like at the end of a big paragraph of like very wordy, metaphorical language. So that's the type of stuff that she writes. I'm liking it so far. It's kind of giving dark academia, the style of the writing. It is the next day, and I think it is only right to update you. I have been reading the book last night, and I did find myself just so gripped and into it. I just felt like it was just so, I don't want to say captivating because it's not like loads is happening, but it's like, it's kind of reminding me of In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, which I really enjoyed that book. Me at page 196, and there is 362 pages. We are 55% into the book, and I am thoroughly enjoying it right now. I will say it's definitely a different format to what I was expecting. So this book, we're following her and him. That's what the chapters are titled as. Her perspective, his perspective, and then we get some stuff from the killer. So we've got our two characters, which are Anna and Jack, and they are ex-partners. They are divorced from each other. Anna and Jack have a past in which some stuff has happened, and they have never gotten over a certain event that has happened in their lives. Animosity between them, but also quite a lot of care between them, and it's clear that they still care for each other in a way. We have had a lot of flashbacks, and there are these murders that have happened which Jack is investigating as the detective chief inspector, and Anna is a reporter, and she's trying to like get her hooks in and really know what's happening so she can report on it, on stuff that she shouldn't be reporting on because it's private information that shouldn't be announced to the public. And that's where this conflict is between Jack and Anna. It is clear that these murders are very much hitting close to home for both Jack and Anna, and in one way or another they both know the victim. They're not skimping on the details. It's definitely very dark, and it's all set in England as well. But yes, a lot has happened, and we're finding out a lot about Anna's past, and there's secrets which we still don't know about yet, but we know that there are secrets there that I'm so excited to find out about. So far, yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It definitely feels like In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. Like, I'm really enjoying it, and all the flashbacks and stuff, it's definitely feeling like that. Yeah, and I've never heard anyone say that they've read this, but for me, it feels very dark academia, very autumn in my opinion. 166 pages, I think. I finished the book. I'm in shock at how good that was. I would definitely give His and Hers a 4.75. That book was amazing. So as I said, it was like true dark academia, very dark storyline, so I would definitely look for trigger warnings because there is a lot of talk, and you get a lot of flashbacks of essay, child essay, drug use. A lot of stuff happened to people when they were children. That's like a big plot in this book, so I just want to warn you because I was very uncomfortable at those moments, and you were meant to feel uncomfortable, of course, because like those topics are meant to hit really hard. The intention behind those scenes was definitely achieved. I honestly was gobsmacked by this book. It was really good, it was really clever. One of the things that I loved about this book was how the big shock twist at the end was not dumbed down at all. A lot of times when I'm reading books, I find that the endings can sometimes feel a little bit dumbed down. And what I mean by that is like sometimes it can feel like these authors have come up with the killer or the person who's done everything halfway through the book, whereas this, from the end of the book, you could see how from the start of the book it had been set up so well. The plan and the intention was clearly there from the start. I thought this book was incredibly clever and smart, and I think that it was genius. I really enjoyed Alice Feeney's writing. I mean, this is the first ever book I've ever read by her, and I would definitely read more. I've already got Rock, Paper, Scissors saved. I bought it for 99p. Whenever I have a Kindle book, by the way, on here, the most I've ever paid for a Kindle book as of recently is $2.99. I usually buy Kindle books when they're 99p, up to £3, because that's just a steal. But yes, I would highly recommend this. As I said, all these books in this video have been on Kindle Unlimited. If you have got Kindle Unlimited, I would highly recommend this book. This book will it's genuinely like nothing I've ever read before. Those are all the books I've read this video. I think my favourite by far is definitely His and Hers. But we read His and Hers, One by One, and Swift and Saddled. So I hope you have enjoyed. Yeah, subscribe, like, and do all that stuff. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys pretty soon in another video. If you've got any video ideas, tell me down below, because I really love doing them. As you saw with the natural series video we did, I really enjoyed doing that video, and I never would have done that if the person who recommended it hadn't have recommended it to me. So yes, I'll see you guys soon in another video. Tell me down below any video ideas, and I will see you guys I don't know when this video's going up, but I'll see you guys pretty soon in another video. Bye!